What is up, obscure mic people? Bart coming at you yet again with a new product from Stage Right by Monoprice. It's a 2-channel 1073 style microphone preamp. This thing will set you back about $600. Let's take a look at what comes in the box, and we'll take a look at the device. But anyways, we got brackets to put it in your rack. We've got a power cord. Now let's show you the device. We're going to start in the rear. That's what she said. We've got XLR combo jack and an XLR output, as well as line level insert and outputs. Let's go to the front of the device. You got the power port there on the far right. But on the front of the device, you can zoom right in here and check out the power switch, a 48 volts phantom power switch, a low Z button, a DI button for a DI box, and you got your phase button. You got some clip indicators. You got both these sides being the exact same with gain and output knobs. A pretty simple device that's meant for a simple task, and that is to push your microphone with no noise level whatsoever. I just touched my mic, so that's going to provide some noise, but I have the 1073 style preamp running directly into the Tascam 1x2 HR, and I've got the gain on that. I don't want to use the preamp, so the gain is almost at 0. It is just barely up enough to take the signal, run it through the 1x2 HR, and get it into my computer. As far as the mic I'm using the Electro Voice PL10 that Joe from Red Cabin Acoustic gave to me. I'm a big fan of this microphone. I think it sounds really good. It is fairly difficult to drive, almost as much as the SM7B, but not quite. But I figure I'd switch around and do some different microphones on here. But let's go ahead and take this off of. You may not hear much of a difference. I do want to say that on the preamp here, we've got a gain range on the preamp that rolls from about 20 at its starting point all the way up to 80. So it goes from 20 to 80. For the sake of knowing, I've got this on a 50, which, as you could see in the picture there, is not even halfway. And I am getting really good levels out of this, negative 10 dB. There is literally no noise whatsoever coming out of this preamp. And there's no noise coming out of the Tascam 1x2 HR because I don't have the gain up hardly at all. But for the sake of knowing, you're hearing the 1073 preamp pushing the mic now. The Tascam 1x2 HR is a really good interface. It's a really good machine. So you may not hear a ton of difference here, but just know that to get this level, I am less than halfway up. You're not going to need to do much to push a microphone with this 1073 preamp, and I do believe it just has a very, very good tone to it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the output here. We're going to switch over to just the interface. Okay, so now I'm on the Tascam 1x2 HR. I instantly feel like I hear just a little more distortion at the top. Maybe I'm wrong, but going back and forth, I feel like it's just a tad more distorted here. And I do have my gain almost to 100%. There it is on 100%. But I have to do the just right before 100%, probably about 95% to get this level out of this microphone. We'll do an SM7B too. Just give me a moment here. Let's go back to the preamp. All right, so we're back on the preamp, and yeah, I just feel like it is less bright up top, a little less distortion in that high frequency range, and that that's kind of what preamps like this are known for, is a very smooth, transparent, and direct tone. Let's grab the SM7B because now I just gotta know. I gotta know. Sorry. All right, so first we're going to roll with the SM7B right into the Tascam 1x2 HR. This is what it sounds like. Gain is just about at 100 like the other mic. It was, I would say that it was at 95, 96%, just a hair lower than on the PL10. Again, this is the SM7B on the Tascam 1x2 HR using its preamp almost cranked to the max. Let's switch over to the Stage Right 1073 style mic preamp now. All right, and now we have the SM7B plugged into the 1073 style microphone preamp. I swear it is smoother. Like, it sounds smoother to my ears, and for the sake of knowing, I have the preamp dialed up to a 50, which is literally halfway on the preamp. I could blow this thing out and absolutely just wreak havoc on my computer's audio settings by cranking this thing up. I'll crank it up slowly. Now we're on a 60. Now we're on a 70. Or 65, I'm sorry. 65. 70, you'll probably hear my fridge more than you'll hear anything else. Oh yeah, picks that fridge up. Really picks that fridge up. Hear that humming? That's my refrigerator. Wow. Let's go right back up to middle of the dial. That is awesome. I feel like it just sounds quite fantastic. Something else I love about this, individual phantom power. So 48 volts on each one. I'll grab a condenser real quick. We'll see how that sounds, because why not? All right, so now we've got the Lewitt LCT240. I've got it on the preamp. It is 9 o'clock. It is not even close to being turned up. It's turned up 2 clicks. 2 clicks on the LCT240. Now let's run the LCT240 through the Tascam 1x2HR. All right, now we've got the LCT240 plugged into the Tascam 1x2HR. And I swear, this is, for me anyways, it's eye-opening. I've never had a, preamp like this. So to me, I'm hearing instantly how much smoother and more clear and transparent and how much less distortion I get by running this Stage Right 1073 style preamp. I'm going to be honest with you, my expectations were not really super high, because I just kind of thought that maybe this would just be gain for days. But it turns out this thing does something to each mic I've tested on it that makes it much more enjoyable to listen to for me. And I do believe it's that slightly less distorted sound. I feel like it's just got a little bit of polish and sheen, a quality polish and sheen on it that really kind of bumps it up to the next level. And by all means, the Tascam 1x2HR is a really good interface for the money. Like, go watch Julian Krause's review of it. He thought pretty highly of it, especially for the price, and it is, by all intents and purposes, a good audio interface. But this preamp here just kind of changes things a little bit, at least for me. I'm loving what I'm hearing in my ears. So on the BB-SAR, I'm going to give the 1073 style preamp for a multitude of reasons, but one main reason in particular, a 9. I think it's a great buy. If you look at the Neve, and I know this is Stage Right by Monoprice, and I'm talking about a Neve style preamp. The Neve 1073 2-channel, what this is copying basically is almost $3,200. $3,200. I am fairly confident that I would be really happy with this 1073 style preamp for $600 in such a way that I could not justify $3,150, which is what it is on Sweetwater for the Neve 1073. I am quite impressed with this preamp. Again, I've not owned a Neve 1073, so I'm not sitting here saying that this comes close. I don't know. But what I do know is that I will never have to worry about gain again. Doesn't matter what it is. I know you can also buy an interface that you don't have to worry about gain on the Shure SM7B again as well. But man, this, as a podcaster and YouTube content creator, like, I do believe I think this could be my in-game preamp, and I would be happy for the rest of my life, because I do really enjoy what I'm hearing out of this thing, and I will never have to worry about a noisy preamp again. You may hear my fridge, but this thing is quiet. Really, really quiet. This makes me want to put my rack back together. I sold most of the pieces out of my rack. This makes me want to throw it back together, maybe with the Behringer UV1, and we'll roll with that. I think that seems like a pretty good plan for my new studio setup when I move this shack across the countryside here where I live. 1073 preamp. I am a pretty big fan of this. It kind of got me today. It kind of shocked me and did more than I expected it to do, and I'm pretty happy about it. I like this a lot. Stage Right, Monoprice, thanks for sending it over. Greatly appreciated, because this thing's probably going to be in some more videos. Again, the price tag's a little much, but not really when you think about it. When you compare it to other devices like it, it's not. This is pretty damn cool. Obscure Mics. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.